Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to English class with Miss Putri. So today we are going to learn something new that quite interesting. What is that? Okay guys, so how are you today? Are you feeling good? I hope you are always in a good condition. So without any further ado, let's check this out. Do you know about the picture in here? Do you know what is the story about? And then where is it from? Can you guess? Yeah, so the title of the story is Lutung Kasarung and Purbasari. It is from Kebumen, Central Java actually. Do you know Purbasari? Become the brand of cosmetics in Indonesia? Yes, it is. Okay, and then guys, another picture. So, do you know about this picture? So what do you think? What is the story about and where is it from? From the picture that you have seen, the picture is about Malin Kundang and it is from West Sumatra. And do you know guys that Malin Kundang is the most famous legend in Indonesia? Yeah, from the previous picture that we were trying to guess, today we are going to learn how to analyze a narrative text using Todorrov structuralism theory. Okay, we have to underline based on Todorrov narrative structuralism theory. Lesson objective for today's material is after some discussion and presentation, students are expected to be able to explain the social function, the language structure, and grammatical structure of narrative text itself, and analyze this element using given examples. Today's activities, we will have a diagnostic test and Q&A session about narrative text, example analysis, group discussion, presentation, and end with a conclusion and reflection on today's activities. So, let's begin. First, before you start the discussion, the presentation, and task, I will explain further about narrative text, Todorrov theory, and how we analyze text using Todorrov narrative structuralism theory. And then, what is narrative text? Okay, narrative text is a type of text that tells a chronological story set in the past. Next, what is the structure of a narrative text based on Todorrov theory? Okay, the structure consists of 5 stages. The first one we know as equilibrium, the second one is disruption, the third is recognition, the fourth is repair, and the last one is new equilibrium. So, what do these stages mean? Let's find out by analyzing an example story. Let's see the picture here. Do you know this character? Have you watched the movie? Yes, that's right. It's Turning Red, an animation from Pixar. So let's go analyze the story from Turning Red. This is equilibrium. This is the first stage of the story. Okay, the story begins that May or Lee is a confident and high-achieving 13-year-old girl living in Toronto, Canada. She is very close to her mother, Ming, and tries her best to meet her expectations. May's daily routine involves excelling at school, spending time with her group of loyal friends, and helping at the family's temple dedicated to their ancestor. Life seems normal and under control. Yes, next in here, this is where something happens to disturb the equilibrium. Okay, the story starts from one morning. May wakes up and finds that she has transformed into a giant red panda, a physical manifestation of intense emotion. This sudden and uncontrollable transformation shocks her. She initially tries to hide it from everyone, especially her mother. The disruption creates emotional conflict as May struggles with confusion, fear, and embarrassment about what's happening to her. It also symbolizes the beginning of adolescence and the change it brings. Okay, next here, recognition occurs when the problem is understood and possible solutions start forming. In this stage, May gradually learns that her transformation is a part of family legacy, passed down through generations, and every woman in her family has experienced it. Her family prepares a ritual to seal the red panda forever, just as her ancestor did. However, during this process, May starts to realize that her red panda isn't just a curse. It represents her emotions, individuality, and power. She becomes more aware of who she truly is and begins to question whether suppressing this side of herself is the right choice. Next, this stage involves the attempt to resolve the problem. Against her family's expectation, May decided to embrace her red panda rather than seal it away. This leads to a major confrontation with her mother, who herself transforms into a gigantic red panda during a fit of rage and storms, the four-town concert. In the emotional climax, May and her friends confront her mother and with the help of her family, perform the ritual to seal her mother's panda. May chooses to keep hers, marking her independence and courage to be herself. This is the final resolution where balance is restored. The story, in the end, May finds a new sense of balance in her life. She continues her responsibilities at the temple but also expresses her individuality and emotions freely. Her relationship with her mother evolves into one with greater mutual understanding and acceptance. The new equilibrium reflects May's growth. She is no longer the perfect daughter trying to please everyone, but a young woman confidently navigating her own path while respecting her roots. Okay, so guys, that's the 5 stages in Todorrov structuralist narrative theory. Okay, so do you get the point? Do you understand how the story begins and connect it with 5 stages, guys? Now, it's your turn. You will work in groups of 5 or 6 to complete a similar task using a different story, which will be provided in class. Okay guys, so that's all from me about narratives and how to analyze them. See you in the next lesson. Bye bye and thank you.